It's voting day, last day to vote, and I got a couple things I want to say. I just cast my vote via absentee ballot, and I'm not even positive that it wasn't too late, even though if I read it right, I had till, as long as it's postmarked today, but it kind of reminds me of an issue that is ongoing in my world, which is, how much do our votes matter or count, and if they don't count, is it worth casting them anyway? And if are we just voting for a slave system by voting at all? And I have thought about all those questions quite a lot, actually. Pardon me, I have a chattery ladder back there. And I think it's really important to vote still. And I think it's okay if you don't. There have been times I didn't. However, I think that really it is kind of a civic duty, and that we've all co-created this so far. It's the best we've come up with, this whole democracy thing, and it's not perfect by any means. And yes, we should continue to, improve it. And there are lots of ways, I have a few ideas. I'm certainly not an expert, but we should continue to question it, continue to improve it. However, if we don't participate in what we've created so far, then I think, that is missing out in a way. That is being lazy in a way. And that's okay, too. I mean, I know I shouldn't call it lazy. It could be just, underinformed, overwhelmed, overinformed, whatever it is. But I think even if today when I cast my ballot it didn't count, and I like to think maybe somebody's going to at least pretend to count it. And this was local election, so, I think it does kind of matter more than the system gets a little blurrier on the larger scale. However, the act of doing it, of participating, of saying I care, and bothering to read through the bonds and the names of who's running and try to, cast my vote, I think is a very important act in and of itself as a citizen, even if the vote doesn't count. And I do think on some large, at least energetic scale, if nothing else, that it does count. And I like to think maybe even on an actual, paper in hand way, that it actually counts, at least on these local levels. And I think with regards to the question of, are we just, promoting a slave system by voting at all, participating? Sure. But again, that's what we've settled. That's what we've co-created so far. And I actually think it's pretty awesome, all in all. It's not perfect. And certainly some people do bad things with power. However, some people do great things with power, and all in all, humanity overall seems to be just, I think life's getting better and better. That's what I think. So, I mean, I do think we're facing an interesting, potentially challenging time. We'll see. So far, yeah, I think keeps getting interesting, keeps getting better. That's how I see it. Let me know how you see it. Care to share? I know it doesn't always look like it's getting better, and that's okay too. I love that. As always, there's lots of ways to connect with me. You can find some of them linked to in the description. And until next time, peace.